For numbers 5 through 8, we're going to identify the continuous growth rate k, and from that k, we're going to determine whether our function is increasing or decreasing. And then we're going to find our growth factor b, and we're going to see where b falls and if that also gives us that same answer of increasing or decreasing. So it definitely should, but I'd like to just double check that so we can kind of reassure ourselves that these rules all do line up. Okay, so, and if you remember, the way that these rules work is if we're using this form, q is equal to ab to the t versus q is equal to ae to the kt, we know that it is decreasing if b is between 0 and 1, and if k is less than 0. So if k is negative. And we know that this is increasing if b is greater than 1, or if k is greater than 0, depending on which form we have here. Okay? So if I have a negative k, then that b had better be between 0 and 1. And if I have a positive k, then my b should be greater than 1. All right, so let's give this a try. Number 5, p is equal to 5e to the 0.2t. So my k here is 0.2, which is bigger than 0. So I would say that's increasing from that. And my b, which is equal to e to the k, is e to the 0.2, which is approximately 1.22. So that means my b is greater than 1, which is also giving me an indication of increasing. So this one checks out. Number 6, q is equal to 4e to the negative 0.3t. So k here is negative 0.3, which is less than 0, which means it's decreasing. Okay, and my b is going to be e to the negative 0.3, which I never crunched that in my calculator. I get that that's approximately 0.74. And that means that b is between 0 and 1, which would tell us that it's decreasing. So both of those say decreasing. That is a match, which is great. I would love for you to pause the video, try 7 and 8 on your own, and possibly even 9, and then we'll come back and finish those 3 up together. Okay, so let's give those a try, see if we came up with the same answers here. 7, I got k is equal to negative 2, definitely less than 0, so decreasing. And b is going to be e to the negative 2, which is approximately 0.135. Okay, and another way of writing this e to the negative 2 is 1 over e squared. So if that makes it easier to put in the calculator, that's certainly a way you could go about that. But b is 0.135, which means b is between 0 and 1, which tells me it's decreasing. So that's a match. Check that one off. And then number 8, my k value, my continuous growth rate, is 0.75, which is greater than 0. So it says increasing. B is going to be e to the 0.75, which is approximately 2.117. So b is definitely greater than 1 there, which would give me increasing. So that is also a match. All right, so that is really excellent. Number 9, now that we've got a good sense of how this increasing and decreasing works, let's see if we can match these up. I have e to the 0.5x, e to the 1x, e to the 3x, and e to the negative 0.8x. These 3 all have positive k values, so I know that they're increasing. This one is the only one with a negative k, so k is negative 0.8. And that one is decreasing, so that means this is k, the function k here. Then I have these ones left. So e to the 3x, so taking whatever the x is and multiplying it by 3. So it's going to be growing the fastest. So that gives me, this function is h. E to the 1x, so k is equal to 1 here, would be the next one down. So that's going to be g. And then the least steep of the increasing functions is this one that's 0.5 of x, or half of x. So that'll be this one over here, and that is f.